I just wanted to talk, because that's what YouTubers do. I can see myself in the mirror and I'm getting distracted by that. But yes, I just wanted to talk about a few things that were on my mind. So I wanted just something to do while I was talking. I was thinking of going to the beach, but I didn't want to walk there because that's too far. And I was thinking of doing some baking, but then I was going to have to buy some chocolate chips, and I might do that later, but I also technically don't have any money to spend. So instead I might just make lunch, although it's quite early to have lunch, so I don't know. Yeah, it's 11:45. An early lunch, maybe? I made scones not too long ago, and they were shite. But I'm eating them because I'm the only one that's eating them, so I might as well have one of those. I wanted to talk about a particular thing that I've been thinking about for a while now. I don't know why it's even on my mind, but it is. And that is that my arm really hurts. And the thing I'm thinking about, that I've been thinking about for a while, is Zoella's ghostwriting scandal. Now, I believe this happened in 2014, and I remember it vividly because there was something about it that really broke my trust and made me completely rethink the relationship that YouTubers have to their audience. So, first some context, I was 12 years old when this happened, and I was in love with the UK YouTuber scene at the time. The videos, they were catered to things that I liked. You know, the first Zoella video I watched was, she did like hairstyles, and I watched it, I was like, oh my god, she's so funny, and I was watching a lot of other videos, and then, you know, you get into watching the other people's videos. It just all felt really local to me, and I just really liked them. I thought they were honest, and, you know, because a lot of the YouTubers that I'd watched beforehand, well, the YouTubers that I'd watched beforehand were Minecraft YouTubers. Like, this was the time we were in, so these were my first personalities that I could really attach myself to. And Zoella started talking about how she wanted to come out with a book. Now, I'm a nerd, I'm a bookworm, and here was this girl that was loved by the popular people at my school. Like, it wasn't just me watching her, it was the popular people. And here she was saying, I love to read, you know, I've always wanted to read, I love to write stories. And the year before this, I was in a club at school where we wrote our book, and I was known in this club for being the one to write the most stories, because I loved writing stories. Honestly, the way Zoella talked about how she liked to write stories was how I liked to write stories. I remember in one of her vlogs, she was looking through her old house and found one of her old stories. Like, everything about what she was saying, I thought it was so cool, because I thought I could do that, you know?
Since I was a little girl, I was one of those children that always had their nose in a book. I absolutely love reading.
And I was so excited to get the book. So the book is released. I don't have any money because I'm 12. I don't have any money and I'm 16. I'm not having money when I'm 12. And, you know, I'm at my friend's house, and she opens her presents because it's her birthday, and she opens A Girl Online. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited to read that, I'm so jealous. And her friend was like, yeah, but it's ghostwritten. And I laughed, because I literally never heard the name before, the word ghostwriter. And I thought, like, ghostwriter, like, I imagined like a literal ghost, you know, like pillow case face. But like, I had never heard of the term ghostwriting, and then she was like, oh yeah, it wasn't written by her, it was written by someone else. And I was like, what? All this time, I felt so betrayed, because I'd spent all this time trusting her and saying that it came from her mind, her, like, brain.
And somehow that then led me on to being able to write my very own novel.
I'd watched all her videos. I remember coming back on that December, because that was like Vlogmas. I'd come home and I'd watch all the YouTubers Vlogmas, and suddenly someone had been lying to me. When you're 12 years old, you just kind of believe those things. I believed she wouldn't lie to me. I believed her as a person. You know, I believed that, I don't know, I believed she was more. And also, there's some sort of wonderful thing about it that's ruined by the fact, like, all these popular girls, the popular girls that make fun of me reading, were reading this book. Imagine if she'd actually written it and, you know, promoted it, and these girls had got inspired, but it didn't matter because she'd ghostwritten it. I just think it was such a missed opportunity. And afterwards, people were like, well, what do you expect? Every celebrity's book was ghostwritten. It's like, I didn't know that. I was 12 years old. I didn't even know what it meant. Like, this was something that was breaking my heart. And I was watching all these other YouTubers being like, well, yeah, I mean, you know, what do you expect? And I'm thinking, I expect that she wrote it because that's what she said. And I did read it. I read it after the ghostwriting scandal thing, and I really loved it. You know, because they say, oh, you don't know how much was written by her. Yeah, but there's still an element to which she lied about it. And I think, you know, from that point onwards, I kind of just fell off the whole UK scene. Apart from, like, people like Dan and Phil, I watched them for ages. I don't really watch them anymore, but that's, like, a different situation. But I don't know why I've been thinking about it, but it really, I think it's because of that whole Alfie Dey's £1 scandal thing, the living on £1, which was such an awful video, so tone deaf, and it just reminded me of this scandal, and I thought, you know, I just remembered that was at a time that everybody cared about her, and it was like normal conversation in school, and I just felt really let down for someone who had represented me to do something that I didn't, you know. It was just a sad time. That kind of scene is kind of weird now because it's kind of fallen apart because that's not really what YouTube is about anymore. And it feels so weird that you're talking about periods that I remember watching. Like, I don't feel like I've been watching YouTube for that long, and already, like, things have changed so much since I've been watching YouTube in the, like, last 4 years, which seems crazy that it's been 4 years because I remember when I started watching YouTube, like I said earlier, I remember the first Zoella video I watched. I remember all these things, and it seems crazy that those people aren't even, like, popular anymore, or, like, I mean, if there's one thing, I'm glad we as 12-year-olds were talking about Zoella than the 12-year-olds today who are talking about Jake Paul and Logan Paul. So, if that's anything, that's that. But yes, so goodbye. Thank you for watching whatever this was, and do come again soon. Check out my previous videos. What else do they say? Sorry, I just choked. Ring that bell, a ding, if you want to hear more, see more, believe more. And yes, so I'll see you whenever I see you. Why do I sound, this is what I sound like when I flip and hang up the phone. Goodbye.